Hey guys, it's Trish. This is going to be your weekly horoscope for June 23rd through June 29th. Now, as I was going through this, I could feel the Cancer energies coming in. As a matter of fact, the Sun is in Cancer today. As I'm filming this, it is Friday, June 21st. Sun is in Cancer and Neptune is retrograde. And we have that new moon in Cancer, total solar eclipse coming up on the 2nd. July 2nd. Okay, so I've been feeling the heart chakra being busted wide. And I've noticed as I was doing the horoscope, I was completely in the energies. I almost feel like I already went through the week. And actually, like towards the end, I actually had tears in my eyes. Anyways, and they kept, not that they were slamming stuff into my head, but they kept giving me songs. So as I was writing this, I was like, all right, well, they're telling me the title is The Heat Is On. Okay, they give me two songs. The Heat Is On and It's Getting Hot in Here. And it's hilarious because it is so appropriate for this week. Okay, so let's get started. This week starts with the moon in Pisces conjuncting Neptune the very next day. Okay, this is beautiful, compassionate, healing energy, especially since it had just moved out of conjunction with Black Moon Lilith, our shadow side. Venus makes some hard angles to Jupiter and Neptune, so this could prompt you to practice being more compassionate and loving, or to be more wary of your energetic resources, or there could be some victimization going on. I applaud you if you have an optimistic attitude, and it's a given since we're still in the full moon and Sagittarius energy, and you're absolutely right to try and see the bright side or a lesson or positivity in whatever is happening to or around you. Saturn retrograde conjuncts the South Node and opposes the North Node, and you may find yourself addressing authority issues. You could be dealing with imposed limitations and experiencing karmic rewards, good and bad, for past deeds, okay? Time to face up. Uranus and Black Moon Lilith bring sudden life-changing moments just when you thought you had a grip or just when you thought you had things under control. In fact, Uranus is not done with you. It sextiles the Sun in Cancer, hailing sudden inspiration, then conjuncts the moon in Taurus, and the weirdness appears, okay? It's nonconformity at its finest. There is this sense of not wanting to conform, resisting being restricted, okay? Could be like a resisting arrest, too. Sounds like somebody's having trouble surrendering. And if there isn't enough to deal with, isn't already enough to deal with, the Sun also squares Chiron, which is a potentially difficult, draining energy. God, blah, 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 cooperate, will you? The T-square that you face this week may be asking you to step up and face something difficult that could potentially change your life. You may also find yourself in a situation in which you may not have time to respond. You could be caught by surprise. You may have to react quickly, okay? And take heart. Mercury enters Leo this week, ramping up your leadership ability in displaying your many creative talents and opening up the heart chakra there. That should help. You decide. It's all about what energy you focus on. You can be the victim or you can be the victor. Sunday, the moon is still in Pisces and conjuncts Neptune. Thank goodness. This is yet again another heavy emotional week full of stress. This conjunction will help to ease the pain, adding to the loving, compassionate, romantic, and sensitive energy so that you are supported. And this is going to help with closure and viewing every intense challenge from a higher perspective. It's going to help you recognize that these are all lessons, okay? And that every situation, no matter how negative, can eventually yield fantastic, positive results. Pisces gives without boundaries and unfortunately lets peeps take advantage too. They also have no expectations of reciprocation because the human condition is completely understandable to them, okay? There is this epic sense of spirituality. You could be having dreams and or visions with the retrograde present, okay? And you could literally feel like you're in between worlds, dimensions, or realms. And you could feel a little out of touch too, maybe isolated, not really here. Like everything is surreal, okay? So there's this feeling of everything being like you're inside your body, trapped inside your body, watching the movie going on around you, okay? See, where was I? This could be a time when you could be easily confused, delusional, or a time for fantasy and illusions. Shadow side of Pisces is lack of boundaries, feeling like the victim mentality, and also escapism. So this could be psychological escapism, or you could try to escape the harsh realities through addictions like alcohol and drugs, or you could literally make a run for it. I just heard Taco Bell's commercial, ding, run for the border. Oh, they're cracking me up with this stuff. I'm laughing my ass off with all the things I've been hearing or what's been popping into my head today. It can also be hard to make any decisions, and you can wind up sabotaging yourself. Most people are trying to get through the day, and your encounters should be short and quick, as people don't really want to have to deal with others that much right now. So there could be a measure of fake niceties, superficiality, and as you might be forced to deal with the public throughout the day, there can be too much affectation and insincerity. Having to be nice when you really want to go postal or run away to a desert island, or you could just be wanting to make a quick escape. Oh, and on that note, if it doesn't feel good, complete your obligation and have the getaway driver ready and waiting. Do what is required of you and dig. Get the hell out of there. You could be dealing with an expanding waistline too, and with all this Pisces energy, you could be realizing that you're ballooning up, you're getting swollen, and if you don't get a grip on your eating habits, there's going to be a problem. Some of you will realize that you're emotionally eating or not, and could possibly receive comments about it like, hey, you look good, are you losing weight? When you've put in 20 pounds. Insert eye roll here. How fake can you get? Also, there are events surrounding prominent authority figures. Can be a parent, someone older, wiser, and more responsible and mature, like a boss, a judge, a business associate, somebody that's ranked higher than you or with more authority than you. This person might impose some limitations and restrictions like sanctions, being grounded, penalties, punishments, fines, or they may delay you from something, laying down the law. No, you can't. This may be some new rules, policies, laws, penalties, decisions, and verdicts, all intended to bring stability to a structure. It's for the long haul, baby. You're in it to win it. Okay. And this is going to act as guidances or guidelines or boundaries. Big thing. This could be related to marriages, businesses, and any new enterprise you are working on, launching, or releasing. Whatever it is, there is a temporary break in the usual routine in order to adhere to these new changes. Oh, challenging. You could be chosen to head a project or business based on your past performance, or you could have a round of delegating tasks in an attempt to streamline processes or to make a relationship function smoothly. If there isn't a boost of authority or a promotion at work, or you work at home, or a relationship, or you're not being noticed in a relationship, it's time to look at past performances to understand why there isn't any progress being made. You could try to do things the hard way, possibly taking on more than you could chew. You could be fighting the feeling of wanting to micromanage, okay? You want it done right, so you want to do it all. You're going to have to let that go. You're going to have to go out on a limb and trust people to do their jobs, okay? Or it might be you being delegated to or micromanaged because somebody has lost trust in you. You can feel betrayed by this, anxious and nervous, but it is for the betterment of the whole, or it appears to be for the betterment of the whole. This might actually work better. Whatever the case, make sure that you go with the flow, or you will suffer karma in addition to your personal karma. If, however, you did not perform up to par, someone else might be given your job or the lead on a project or team, and you will be put where your skills and resources can better serve the team or the collective. You might not like it, feeling like you're losing or suffering a loss, but your way has not made any progress. It's time to try something new, and that is the bright side and lesson in this. Trusting too that you are exactly where you need to be. So give it a try, because this change may suit you better. And any change will promote progress. You may find that you're really good in this new placement. You might have a talent for it. As for relationships and partnerships go, there is a stage being set for victims, victimization, and the victimizer. Okay, so there is a choice in which category you will be voluntarily resonating with. You are either the recipient of abuse or feel you are experiencing something unfair, which could lead you to victim mentality, careful here, or you are the one abusing or taking advantage of someone else, or you are witnessing this. Okay, if this is the case, you could be experiencing disappointments or a letdown in some way, shape, or form, and there is a tendency to have difficulty in making decisions. So there could be a preference to want to be alone. Basically, just leave me alone right now. Someone could enter your life or re-enter your life, creating or adding to the current support system or network you are operating within. This could be a counselor, advisor, family member, or business associate. Don't fight this, okay? If you choose to swim against the tide, you will drown. You will be given another chance to learn self-respect this time. This person is going to be instrumental in helping you make progress. Okay, and you might be experiencing synchronicities in relation to this. So accept the help that is being offered to you, and I almost guarantee you that the synchronicities will ramp up. Numbers for that day are 23, 23. So as a matter of fact, we have, wow, astounding, we have 4 5. So there's a definitive change here. It might come as a surprise. Don't get angry at it. Don't fight about it. Have confidence in yourself. Whatever you are placed in, be confident in that. You know, say to yourself, I can do this. I can deal with this change. Everything's going to be okay. And in addition to that, we also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6, 18. So there's a huge measure of healing and serving, being an inspiration for others by dealing with these changes in a confident way. We also have 2 17s. Okay, so you may have wished for a long time that nothing's moving. God, I wish something would happen. Well, bam, here it is. It's happening. So deal with it and try to remain open to what is happening. Okay, Monday, the moon enters optimistic, enterprising, energetic Aries. This is missing a letter. This is hero energy, fighting spirit, trailblazing, authoritative, courageous, bold, and enthusiastic in positions of authority. This energy has an exceptional ability to perform under pressure. This is a sign of sudden change in taking the lead and success in business and government when you step up. And in this case, you've been placed in this role. So looks like you're going to be doing really well, okay? You're going to be going after what and who you want with confidence, not letting anything get in your way. So if you say to yourself, all right, this is my new job, well, God fine, I'm going to give it 100%. You never know. Okay? You also want to do things your way because this sign does not like to follow. You may be like, all right, I'll take this job, but we're changing this, we're changing this, we're changing this, and you may find that it works to your advantage, okay? You could doubt yourself for a minute, but overall, you're going to have some forward momentum and a lot of positive energy around you. So it feels good to attack that to-do list. Okay, shadow side could bring feelings of impatience, aggressiveness, impulsivity, a nervous temperament, and a short attention span. If you are if you are insecure, you could want to bicker, you could want to fight, you could want to express yourself in an angry way with others around you. Okay, also to watch your ego and avoid the tendency to dominate others or to fight a higher authority or indulge them in unwanted opinions. It's already been decided. And on that same note, if someone does this to you, assert your boundaries with confidence. Put them in their place. So there is a humbling here, a being put in your place. Numbers of that day are 24 and 24. So there is a balance that is manifesting in this physical reality at this time, and it's in regards to your service and your responsibilities. Okay, so you want to watch your health, but this move could actually be easier on your health. Okay, think about that. Tuesday, the moon conjuncts Chiron, both in Aries. This can be emotionally draining and a nervous period as you deal with and heal from a trauma, drama, loss. You could have been unseated from something. Okay, so you're dealing with this. It's become baggage. Yet another typo. I didn't do the spell check. Oh my gosh. Wow. Sorry about that, guys. You will have to decide whether or not you're going to have the courage to make the needed changes, okay? Not being in complete control of yourself is scary and frustrating, but you're in a situation where you have help and you have guidance. So deal with these changes, knowing that there's an expiration date and that things will not always be like this. It is hard to live under somebody else's rules or power, but take heart. Everything is temporary, including feelings. And who knows? This may work better, and you could learn something you can apply to your own life. Okay? On the shadow side, someone could spiral down, and this could lead them to being angry and acting out. Things erupting in conflict through the use or misuse of words. It could get nasty, or they could want to physically fight because they have this pent-up energy. They're not surrendering, and they're refusing to cooperate. These people are going to learn the hard way. Aries is ruled by Mars, so there could be a showing of force. You could be given an ultimatum, okay, or be forced to cooperate. This can manifest as physical force also. Somebody could say, I am going to make you, or else, okay, and that's going to facilitate an action followed by consequences or punishment. There are repercussions, guys. Okay, so numbers for that day is 25 and 25, and that is a double 7, okay, so surprise, I got news for you. Enlightenment, or you will learn. There are changes that are bringing the balance back. So if anybody's upset, that's an imbalance. Okay, we also have 5 and 5. So we're still dealing with definite changes and surprises. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 18s. So this can lead you to feelings of powerlessness, or you could be feeling empowered. If you feel empowered, that is a type of healing, okay? So there is an end, there is a purge, and this might lead to unconditional love. Wednesday, Mercury enters Leo, and it's time for brilliance, fireworks, sparkle, and razzle-dazzle. Mercury in Leo is all about glittery changes and new people entering the picture. Your heart chakra is being busted open wide, okay? Or it's opening up. That depends. And while I was writing this, I was hearing Madonna's Open Your Heart to Me song. They're being funny today. That's like the third song they channeled to me while I was writing this. Mercury promotes communicating in healthy ways, you know, speaking, listening, talking, and thinking in healthy ways. You could be speaking to the public or teaching publicly, like a tour or a book tour. Or you could be traveling for some kind of class or information that promotes healthy self-esteem. You could be traveling or talking about being famous or getting recognition for some work you've done. You could also be getting famous while traveling. You could run into someone famous, or you could be negotiating with some famous or very confident people. Leo and Mercury combined also brings to mind car accidents and, you know, fire. And where there's fire, there's smoke, right? Okay, so I'm seeing like cars that are smoking, there's sparks and fireworks, but there really isn't explosive energy like the Aries energy is. Okay, you may hear the terms "you're hot," "selling like hotcakes," "you're on fire." You could be just dazzling with your confidence, serious inspiration for others. This can be a transit of the stars where we're talking about famous people. On the other hand, drama is highlighted, and you could be talking about drama or rumors, causing it, or be the cause of it. You could be the victim of rumors or drama. Yay. Your ability to organize is superior at this time. You're a natural manager, and you might need to do some damage control with those eloquent words of yours. Or you might find yourself giving in to a fiery temper when things don't go as planned. But Leo is a sunny, enthusiastic, and kind-hearted energy, okay? So you'd rather play than work at this time, but when you do get to work, you can get so wrapped up that the world disappears around you, and you are immersed and fully engaged in whatever creative project you're probably at the head of, okay? You will be enjoying theater and performing arts, whether viewing or being the creator of or participating in. Your talents will be on display. You could even be asked to be a spokesman or representative, or to be the front man for someone, something, or some type of an organization, like a poster child comes to mind. This could be a time for playing with or having fun with children, or it could be just childlike joy. With Mercury, this could also be a time to develop healthy communication with children, or you may be teaching rudimentary elementary communication skills. Excuse me. You could also be promoting, oh, I'm sweating. You could also be promoting, it's getting hot in here, healthy self-esteem in children, or talking to children about having confidence and boundaries, okay? Of course, children can be involved in accidents while traveling, or they could be playing with fire in some sort of way. There could be accidents dealing with fire also, you know, kids and matches, kids and lighters. Shadow side could bring out the boastful braggart of an ego in you or someone around you. This could manifest in the physical realm as being overly critical with loved ones and being bossy. Big ego. Of course, you could be out and about, hear somebody verbally abusing a child, confront them, and try to negotiate a more positive way for them to deal with it, you know? Or like here in Hawaii, you know, you see a kid throwing a fit in the store, and it's the auntie that's going to walk over and be like, hey, stop giving your mommy a hard time. And the kid's like, oh, shit. I always say, you can't fuck with the aunties in Hawaii, okay? Because they're the one who's going to slap your head and be like, you better correct it right now. Okay, and of course, if it's you that's being verbally abusive, you may be called out in public, okay, even if you're physically abusive. And you can suddenly be infamous thanks to social media. Of course, you could be playing with fire in other ways too. There is a tendency to have numerous love affairs with this transit, and you could be busted and exposed, causing trouble in your marriage or with your finances in some way. Cheaters never win, so beware. Don't even try to argue if you're caught cheating, because most likely there's evidence on video, or there could be a Facebook or YouTube live. Caught in the act, okay? Blasting your cheating face all across the internet to the whole world. Now you're famously infamous. Unlucky you. The lucky ones will get caught doing something. Random acts of kindness towards all and anybody, especially but not limited to women, children, and animals, and their talents will get put on display, okay? And they're going to be used as a primary example of fill in the blank. This could be somebody being discovered, like if you're out acting and you're being silly with somebody and you make a voice, boom, all of a sudden you're on Facebook and there's a video of you and everybody's like, wow, they're pretty good. You know, getting accolades, praise, and recognition for your talent, like I was saying, okay? And with the possibility of fame, or rather insta-fame, aka going viral, with it comes the possibility of infamy. So there could also be a video somewhere, or you could get caught on video abusing and yelling at children, talking shit, bragging, boasting, being angry and out of control, starting a fire, or in an accident, possibly causing a fire. That could all be caught in film, okay? A word to the wise: always act with integrity and honor. You know that phrase, dance like nobody's watching. Well, somebody is always watching, okay? So my advice is to act like everybody is watching. And you may not even realize this, but your own children are always watching. And when you do get caught and confronted, admit to your mistakes instead of denial. Otherwise, you're going to be hounded, and you get to experience additional lessons of sacrifice in addition to your own karma, okay? I just heard they deserve it, okay? You are a prime example, or you are being made an example of, okay? Of what? Depends on you. Numbers for that day are 26, 26, and 0. Ooh. So we have 8, 8, and 0. So you are making a new name for yourself, okay? There's kindness and love, random act of kindness and love that serves to balance things. It's like the good news at the end of the news broadcast, where all these negative things, you're like, that's messed up, that's messed up, what, really, all that happened? And then they have like the cute puppy that was rescued at the end. Oh, how sweet, that kind of deal. Thursday, the moon moves into, oh, excuse me, I didn't even finish. The 0 point is something new. So this is a new legacy, a new name for yourself. Thursday, the moon moves into a position of strength in determined, trustworthy Taurus. This is a down-to-earth energy, okay? You can effectively deal with any problems that arise due to your patience and resourcefulness. You could feel more comfortable at home, surrounded by your loved ones, and you could be very popular, quite possibly the talk of the town, even the nation, or the world. Although you are a gracious hostess at home and you're very welcoming in general, you might feel trapped as a result of recent popularity, fame, or infamy. Your family members might even be there as a measure of protection for you or to help you deal with a difficult situation. You want to break out, okay, and not be restricted, or for some of you guys, you might be in jail, so you might be wanting to get out of there, or you might be being held. You're feeling like you don't want to be restricted. You don't want to be held back. You want to break out. You want to be free. And you don't want to adhere or conform to anything that is not your idea and not of your creation or doing, okay? You're not really caring what others think, or you're pretty humble and not really affected by your popularity gains or all this attention. You may attract more media attention, as reporters and paparazzi may want a glimpse of you or an interview. Your leadership ability may be highlighted, and you could be an inspiration for many. Like I said, poster boy. This could give you a bright idea, or your idea will bring this on, or your idea could be a way to sneak out of the house and avoid all this attention, period. Or you could announce that you'll be speaking at a scheduled date and time, or you could grant somebody an interview in order to get them to go away so you can have your life back for a minute. Sheer genius, okay? Of course, you could just go about your normal schedule, walking past or through the crowd, determined not to let them hinder or interfere in your life, okay? It's just another presence that you have to deal with. Or you could announce that their presence is interfering with your privacy and communicate your boundaries with everyone, saying things like, this would make me happy, or I would appreciate, and thank you for coming, okay? And you could possibly use this to promote something beautiful as you look into the cameras, like, save the whales! Something like that. You can use that for your personal, I want to say activist, for the things that you believe in. Let's just leave it. Let's just leave that there, okay? Excuse me. On the other hand, shadow side tendencies of today's transit could leave you a nervous wreck, okay? If you were caught doing something negative or bad and you were exposed to the public, or you're in the public eye, your privacy will continually be invaded at every turn by reporters and paparazzi, haters, protesters, and naysayers. You could literally feel imprisoned in the home unless you're actually in jail, in prison, or under house arrest. You might feel like hiding out Okay, this could throw you into a spin, throw you for a loop, throw you into a spin, and you could spiral so deep into that rabbit hole that it could potentially drain all your energy as waves of attacks and criticism pelt you from all sides. This could lead to some serious depression, could be apathy. You could just feel sad, hopeless, or fearful as you experience this personal crisis, okay? In addition to whatever crimes you may have committed and you have to answer to, okay? And you also have to answer to yourself. Maximum anxiety overload could leave you with frenetic nervousness. Ew, you could bark back and fight what is happening or fight those people, but to no avail. Nothing is going to get anybody to back off of you. What could potentially happen as you meet with repeated attacks? You could resort to ideation. You know, this could trigger thoughts of suicide and the tendency to feel trapped by circumstances. There's no way out. Trapped by thoughts, a situation, or physically trapped, unable to get away from a rising crescendo of voices against you, okay, and feeling like nothing is changing or getting better. You will feel especially tired physically, and you might need to sleep more at this time. After you've made changes in your thinking or changing how you're viewing your current position, relief comes. Admitting to your mistakes and your responsibility in things and voicing your intentions, making it clear that you intend to make things right or to fix things is what you need to do, okay? That's the only way you're going to fix it. That's the only way that things can take a turn for the positive. Numbers for that day are 27 and 27, and we have 999 and 5555. So there's changes in enlightenment that creates balance because you're facing yourself and realizing that you need to change. You need to change how you treat people. You need to treat people with love more. There's been a serious lacking in that, obviously, and a lot of it stems from not loving yourself. So we actually have a 5 straight fives. Oh, I lied. That's supposed to be a 6. God fun it. All these typos. That's what happens when you don't spell check your shit. Okay, so a lot of healing, a lot of balance creating enlightenment, self-realized things that you're going to do to change things in order to get more love or to show more love. You know, show me the love. Friday, you experience changes and strong emotions, and you can handle business matters like a champ, okay? Other than that, there's no major transits today, so take a break if you can. This is a breather for you. We have numbers of 28 and 28 today, so it's about a balancing power. This may be a day where you should be able to take a nap after work or when your work is done. This also equals 10. So there's a completion to a cycle and moving forward with some growth. Saturday, the moon moves into lighthearted, witty, amusing Gemini. This energy is extremely charming, creative, independent, and cannot stay still. Antsy. This is an intelligent energy, very communicative and versatile, able to go with the flow. Okay, this is an energy of change, so you may want to get... Oh, there you go. I'm sorry, I was reading it wrong. Excuse me. This is the energy of change, so you may want to get road trip therapy, okay, to get some different scenery and to satisfy that urge to go somewhere, anywhere else but here. You've been feeling a little suffocated, so some fresh air will do you some good, and you can bring a friend, okay, a sounding board who can talk you down, lend an ear or a shoulder to cry on. It's time to express some pent-up energy via confidant, okay, making confessions. Maybe they have some suggestions as to coping mechanisms or options that you hadn't even thought of because your attention and energy has been sucked dry by diversion. It's all been diverted by all these events surrounding this initial event. Or they can help to balance you out by talking you down or talking sense into you. Sometimes things have to fall apart so they can be rebuilt in a healthier, positive way, okay? Rebuilt. Numbers for that day are 29 and 29. So there is a manifestation portal. Something could be coming through that is a turning point. All right, guys. So physical features, what could be affected? Your feet could be prone to aches, bunions, and corns. Your ears, your glands, and body fluids might be affected. Your stomach, digestive system, bodily fluids, lymph glands, your soft midsection areas. You could also be subject to weight gain if you're a little bit older. You could have stomach issues that are due to tension and emotional stress. Your bones could be affected, like you could get stiff joints, rheumatism. You could be having orthopedic issues. And it also affects your back, your spine, your knees, and your teeth. This could also affect your face, sinuses, eyes, brain, ears, all things that hang on your head. And you could be prone to headaches and injuries around the face. Your throat, tonsils, the glands in your neck, and your larynx could all be affected, and you could be susceptible to colds, laryngitis, sore throat, and thyroid issues. Your thighs, your sciatic nerves, your hips, and your arteries, and your liver could experience sensitivity to alcohol through your liver, and also at this time it's easier for you to get hepatitis. There is that risk. You could also be having issues with allergies, your mouth, your arms, your hands, your lungs, your nervous system. You could also experience strains and accidents involving hands and arms, and you could be prone to bronchitis and respiratory issues. This could also affect your circulatory system, your heart, and your spine due to emotional strain and physical overexertion. Okay, you could also experience back and spine issues. That is all. Okay, so this has been your weekly horoscope for the week of June 23rd through 29th. Whew, it's getting hot in here. I'll see you guys next week. Love you. Take care.